this is Gary Kayye. We're here at InfoComm 2024. We're in day 3 of InfoComm, and I got lucky because I get to talk to the COO and the guy who runs the entire division of Logitech. How are you doing, Prakash?
Nice to meet you, Grady. Doing great.
I appreciate you taking the time. I know you're a really busy guy. First off, congratulations on your success. I'm a personal user and lover of the Logitech.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love that product.
Yes.
It's one of the best, it's probably one of the most creative products our industry has seen in probably 5 years. You must be really happy with the direction that Logitech is heading.
For sure. We are trying to transform the workplace experience, which means, as you know, there's more and more demands on IT.
Yeah.
And actually, the users in every company want the same experience they had during COVID, but now they're back in the office and they want the tools to work for them. So we're so happy to be part of this, what I call the future of work at the workplace, and really making that happen. So with more AI, more productivity, the works. So
I want to ask you about AI in just a moment, but I want to go back to something you just said, because I feel like the part of the business that you're in right now in commercial AV is the merging of IT and AV. Yeah. And I feel like you're a critical partner in that because of your history as Logitech. And I wonder if you might expand on that, because AV is sort of like this bastion of non-standards, and IT is all about standards.
Yes, look, Logitech is a 40-plus-year-old company, as you probably know. And we really started with putting the human in the middle of everything that we do. So we're all about human-centric design, which means you, as an employee, are actually first a user, right? You're a human. So we really design everything around the human, and IT wants to also standardize. So when we thought about this, we came into the AV industry with a view to simplify, remove all the friction that exists, whether you're an Apple user, a PC user, you're on Zoom, Google, Microsoft, whatever. Like, how do you make your user experience seamless, frictionless? How do we make the job of IT simpler? That's really what we've been focused on all these years, and our enterprise focus is essentially built on that consumer DNA, built on that human-centric design DNA, and really thinking about it from our core values that we have.
I mean, based on what you just said, it seems like AI was a big value for you because it's all about making things easier. I'm wondering your position on where the AI processing should exist, because as you start adding more AI in your vision, it's going to reach a point where the compute device, the element, the product, the appliance may not be able to handle the AI by itself. We may have to go to the cloud, then we bring in privacy issues, security issues. Yeah. What's your position on all of that, and where do you see this heading for your segment?
Great question, because everybody's talking about AI, and we have I think just because we are a human-centric company, we have a role to play. If you just very simply think about AI in the context of there's a bunch of input, then you have data models that run, and then there's a bunch of output.
Right.
We generate the input, right? We allow you to capture the audio, the video, the mouse click, the keyboard click. That's our role at the edge, like actually making that intelligence happen. And then it goes to the cloud providers where they do some processing.
Right.
We do some processing. You probably saw some of our devices. We do things like smart switching and a lot of those things, and we do that in harmony with the cloud provider. So you want to make sure the user experience in a meeting room, at a desk, on the go, is like as perfect as it can be. And that requires a happy marriage between what's on the edge and what's on the cloud. And that's our role in the ecosystem, Yeah,
and I see this accelerating very rapidly. I think the consumer applications for AI are going to accelerate the professional applications of AI. Yeah. You mentioned, you kind of gave me a good segue into your mission on sustainability. Y'all did something really honorable, for lack of a better term. And I can't remember if it was last year's InfoComm or ISE, but y'all actually published how you're doing sustainability. You published how you solved and how you're working towards net zero impact on the environment. I thought that was really amazing, and I'm curious sort of like where we can expect that to go in the future. Where do you think we'll be?
No, first of all, thank you for asking that question, because I've been spearheading some of our efforts, and it's a collective Logitech effort, but actually I would say it's an ecosystem effort. If you think about e-waste, it's the fastest growing waste category in the world. Yeah. It's growing 25+% every year. So we really started thinking about how do you make things more circular. So that's why we put a recycled plastics program in place. We took back e-waste, created resin with it and made new parts. So all our Collab OS devices, 2/3 of our products globally, actually mouse, keyboards, everything, actually use recycled plastics. And that's just one example. What we're really doing here is like designing for sustainability, really thinking about the product trade-off choices. And that can be materials like plastics. It is also energy use. So when you go into a conference room, we're like dimming the lights, like turning off the displays, things of that sort. And it's actually also working with ecosystem partners, because the display model, we don't make displays, we work with the display guys, we work with Zoom and Microsoft. How do you actually make that whole interplay work better? This is what we're focused on, and I think you probably know about our carbon labeling mission.
Yeah, I do.
So we put footprint of all our products right on the packaging, so you don't have to go somewhere, look at a website or anything like that. And the reason we're doing that is that we want to be firstly accountable for the footprint we generate, and secondly inform all of our users and enterprise IT. This is a big, huge topic for them. How do you make sure that they understand the impact they are creating, and what can they do about it, right?
Well, wouldn't it be a good idea, like, you know how Microsoft has their certification, Zoom has their, wouldn't it be a good idea if Logitech had a certification for the devices that you're connecting to, or that people could sort of like, you could certify that they're being more sustainable and meeting your needs for sustainability or your desires?
I think it's twofold. One is our needs, but actually what I'm really after, and what we at Logitech are after, is to change the ecosystem thinking on this, right?
And I think you're a driver of that, because you're a big brand.
Yeah, and look, we've opened up some of our methodology. So if somebody wants to carbon label, we've actually opened up for them. If they want to use our recycled plastics, we know how to help them do that, and that's a big part of what we're doing. And it doesn't matter if it's competitors, peers, we want to do this because we only have one planet.
So I gotta change the subject a little bit and challenge you. What is your favorite product? If you had to pick one product, honestly, yes. What is your favorite Logitech product? What product could you not do without in your life?
Okay, well, I'm going to pick two.
Okay.
Like every morning I wake up, I have a meeting. You mentioned it, Logitech.
Yeah.
It greets me every morning. I love it.
It's a single touch joint.
It's a single touch. Yeah. And then when I go into the office, our rally bar is like a workhorse. You know, I don't have to think about, is the camera good, is the audio good? Yeah. I'm just in the flow. It does its job. You know, we, Gary, really believe in frictionless interface. Yeah. So you shouldn't have to think about the device when we are at our best. The device should do what it's supposed to do. Yeah. And these are two that I love. So
you want to hear one of my favorite products in my top 3 right now in technology? I already mentioned Logitech, the MX keyboard, because it has, let me tell you why, and then that sounds crazy, but I'm going to tell you what I do with mine. It has a switch where you can connect 3 devices. Yeah. And my keyboard will actually connect to my laptop, to my tablet, and to my iPad, and to my phone. Like literally, all I have to do is flip the switch. That is a brilliant product. I love that product.
It is amazing.
Only thing I want them to do is add the finger login, the finger touch login capability, which I'm sure they're going to do, but I do love it. Thank you very much for doing this interview. Now, we've actually gone around and shot individual product videos on everything that Prakash talked about, but also everything Logitech has here. And you can watch those at raypels.com/InfoComm and just type in Logitech in the video search, or just go to YouTube and type Logitech Rave, and you'll find all those. Thank you very much for doing this. I really appreciate it, and congratulations on everything. Definitely check out those videos, and thanks for watching.
Thank you.